A US senator just threatened Valve with the federal government if they don't change their content policies. This comes days after an ADL report that claims Steam is filled with hateful and extremist content. Valve needs to respond by December 13th. But why would this matter for gamers anyways? If you are an average Valve fan, you might be wondering what I'm talking about, because this week has been a great week for Valve. They released Train. It was the Half-Life 2 20th anniversary, which had an amazing celebration. We got to learn about Gaben's near-death shark experience, and there's also reports that the Steam Controller 2 is in mass production right now. While all this was going on, the ADL, which calls themselves the leading anti-hate organization in the world, released multiple reports on Steam and sent Valve a direct letter. Luckily for you, I went through all of the reports so you don't have to, as they analyzed hundreds of millions of different profiles, groups, pictures, and comments, where they found millions of different instances of hateful and anti-Semitic content. They actually list off what some of the more popular extremist symbols are, which they have Pepe at 54.6%. Yes, they really have Pepe the Frog as a hateful symbol. Now, the rest of the report goes into different things they found across Steam. One of those is how Valve actually had a better moderation for Steam in late 2019, but decided to stop it midway through 2020. Now, the ADL's entire message from the report is that they urge Valve to adopt better policies and enforce them accurately at scale. So many people are wondering, what does this mean for gamers? The thing is, this isn't the ADL's first try at attacking Valve. Back in 2020, they released pretty much an identical report with the same request to Valve. In 2022, they released another report, so for whatever reason, they are not a fan of Valve at all. Maybe they just really want Half-Life 3. A part of their site has definitions for different terms, and well, this is what they had to say about Steam. Steam, which launched in 2003, and is owned by Valve, is the largest and most important online store for PC gamers. It gained popularity among white supremacists because of lax user agreements allowing individuals to promote extremism and violence while gaming. So I think it's great to know this is totally the reason why Steam is so popular. You also might notice they have it tagged under white supremacy and right wing, which is actually even funnier because if you look at Valve and Gabe Newell's political contributions, they donate all the time to the Democrats and are not right-wing at all. The thing is, most people would just pass off the ADL reports. I mean, they are calling Pepe an extremist symbol, but someone who barely uses the internet might read this and actually think Pepe is some terrorist organization that is all over Steam, which is actually exactly what happened. Mark Warner, a United States Senator for Virginia, sent Valve, more personally Gabe Newell, a letter for them to address and change the current situation. Dear Mr. Newell, I write to you today regarding the hate and extremism that has recently been identified on your gaming, digital distribution, and social networking platform, Steam. Until now, Steam has largely not received its due attention. As a de facto major social network, Valve must bring its content moderation practices in line with industry standards or face more intense scrutiny from the federal government for its complicity in allowing hate groups to congregate and engage in activities that undoubtedly puts Americans at risk, while then listing off 10 different questions for Valve and saying please provide answers to the following questions no later than December 13th, 2024. And not a narrative that attempts to answer multiple questions. Senator Mark Warner never exactly explained why Valve needs to respond by December 13th and what will happen if they don't. Will the federal government start taking a deeper look at Valve now that they are being threatened? Well, just like the ADL report, this isn't actually the first time a US senator sent a letter to Valve. Back in 2022, US Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire sent an email to Valve which is near identical to the one which is sent now by Mark Warner in 2024. She also asked Valve and Gabe Newell a set of questions and wanted him to respond by January 2023. Valve never did. Gabe is probably just out chilling on one of his yachts swimming with sharks, so will he even care that another senator sent him a letter? In 2018, a bunch of news articles broke on Valve's hate group problem. Back in 2020, a large-scale report broke down unmoderated content on Steam. 2022, another report on the hateful content, and now in 2024, it's the exact same thing. So this isn't some new issue, and it's hard to take it seriously when they have Pepe the Frog listed at 54%. What happens next is really just up to Valve and Gabe. It's not like they even have to listen to outside pressure from investors. With the senator using the federal government as a threat, giving Valve until December 13th to respond, we will really just have to see how serious he is and if they force any changes. If Valve decides to do anything, this might just lead into more moderation for Steam community content. At the moment, Valve has not responded to anything about this Steam situation, so let's really just wait and see if the government takes action going forward. Will Valve face regulations and fines making them change how they operate Steam, or will Gabe find a way around it? Subscribe right now to not miss what's next for Valve.